Hey, what's up, everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab in California, and we're going to do another breakdown today on Mckayla Maroney. I know I've been doing a lot more quarterback, sprinting, biomechanic, basis type of videos, but I did Simone Biles also, and I really like doing these gymnastic ones. Just very very interesting. I think gymnasts are super athletic, and just being able to get a better sense of how they move is yeah, it's interesting. So this is going to be really focusing. So this is her vault in 2012, and just kind of going into what made it so she's able to get so high, what makes so she has such good control of her body. What all she does very very well. And first with the approach, the big thing that I notice with anybody that seems to be able to create a lot of force when it comes to jumping is just their ability to get a lot of hip flexion, right? So see how well she's able to drive her knees all the way up, because this just makes it so now the force that she's pushing down into the ground is very very powerful. So you can see how much she's creating all that downward force right there. It's a big thing you have to be able to do if you want to be able to create a lot of vertical force. Is you have to be able to drive that knee up and actually create the opposite rebound, right? So if you get more driving force with the knees upwards, that makes it so then you could push more down to the ground, and you're building your ability to create that force. And then once you get ready to make your move, whether it's to do a single leg jump, double leg jump, high jump, whatever the case may be, it starts with that knee drive. Okay, so then when we watch her go and initiate the vault into like the handstand position, what she's doing, and you actually can't see it as well here. I'm going to go to the further one. What she's doing is she gets her hands a little bit diagonal, right? And the reason they're diagonal there is just to make it so she can create a little bit more of a rebound, right? So she's going here and she's pushing herself off, and by creating that rotational force here, that makes it so she's able to better control herself as she pushes off, right? So she's rotating with that. Her right leg is further back, and her right arm is also further back. So now she propels herself forward. She's able to control that rotation, right? So she's rotating her body around, and now it becomes into an anti-rotation. She almost just like stiffens up like a board here, right? Look at how her body is just completely stiff, and she's able to so well relax her body here and also maintain stabilization and control of everything. So she's relaxed and stiff at the same time, which is an excellent way to be able to create that rebound, create that ability to generate force. Because when you're here, if you're too tight, you're too tense, then that makes it so you're not going to be able to fly as fluidly. But then also, if you're too loose, then you're not going to be able to create as very much force. You're not going to be able to generate that rebound. So you have to have that perfect mixture of both in order to do this effectively. So she goes and she lands here, boom. Then from here, look at how well she's able to bend her spine. And this is really where another key differentiator that she has is, look at how she's able to get her arms all the way back, and by the time she's touching, look at how well she's able to bend in her whole body, because now she could use all of that bend here to really generate force in that upward motion. So now she's here, and this whole time, this is all force production. This whole movement here is all force production, and she's able to then use that stabilization of the shoulders. Notice how she's able to also very effectively bend her elbows, right, and bend her shoulders there to then be able to push and rebound herself back up. And now when she's rebounding herself back up, she's getting so much vertical force. Look at when she pushes off too, she's not straight up, right? She's a little bit off to the side, but because when she does it, it gives her, because with the momentum, it gives her that ability to push straight up and get so high up into the air. It's unbelievable how she's able to do that. I don't have the ability to erase it. There we go. Look at how high she is, and you can see that, even though her body looks very, very graceful, again, very, very controlled, you can see in kind of her face how stiff she is and how she's trying to hold her body up, or, control every movement the best that she can. She ended up getting 3/10 taken off of her score for things that she didn't do perfectly, which was crazy. The judges were just like, that should have been perfect, just because when she's coming through here and she lands, you can see that she lands with her feet a little bit more out in front, right? She's back in that position again, and she has a slight bend in the knees, and from there is able to really, really well kind of sit back and control her body, right? Has a nice knee bend there. Lifts up one leg a little bit, right? But really, when she's coming through and landing, boom, she sticks it, right? But it's really just an ability to have a lot of flexibility within her knees, right? Being able to really bend in so she's really straight, really straight, really straight. And then when she lands and she gets that momentum, she just takes it all, boom, right through the knees. You have to be very, very strong in your joints, very, very strong in your ligaments to be able to take such a massive amount of force there. Because look how high she was in the air, right? And then she just basically takes all that on, going full speed right into the knees, and just is able to really sit back, really, and that whole time too, she's using her glutes from that initial standpoint here, boom, when she's landing, that's glutes, but then all of that force ends up primarily being taken up in the knees and a little bit into like the neck and the upper spine too. You got to be able to be strong here and strong here in order to make it look as graceful as she does right here, boom, knees, and then also you can see it rebound through her body and go into her upper chest, be able to really control it, make it so it looks like she's not, she landed all as smooth as she possibly can, but really it's, all that force is just being distributed through her very, very effectively. You can tell she's done this a million times, right? She knows exactly what she's doing, exactly how to control it, and actually delivers one of the best vault performances ever, and she's one of, if not the best vault gymnasts that we've ever seen. So there's definitely a excellent performance here, and hopefully you guys are able to get some information of how you can generate more force. I'm assuming that's why you would want to watch this video, is how you can create more force in your body, and also how can you land more effectively to make it so you're a little bit more controlled. So yeah, you should be able to get both those information here. The arm stagger is important. The bending of the elbow on the actual vault is important. When she pushes off in comparison to where her body is important. When she first touches the vault and how the bending of her arms were, that's important. Then you could also, there's a lot of different parts of the ability to actually control the landing that are important. So a lot of great information here. If you guys have any other questions, you could always reach out to me, let me know, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. All right. And also check out some of our stuff. We do breakdowns for people. We can help you in fixing up any part of your actual movement here if you want, and kind of go from there. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.